What is God? That is a very simple question that takes a lot to answer. You know, for some persons, they already have, a defined religious answer for that. And so when you ask what is God, they will say, God is the creator of the universe. He's so powerful. That's not the definition. Okay, it is what religion has made us see. But then, have you really asked yourself, what is God? Is it a realization? Is it an understanding to you? Now, this explains the reason why there is little or no wonder when we look at the beauty, when we look at, reality itself. The mystery of life does not come to us in wonder because we are already caged within the boundaries of our religious definitions. And so we do not see further, we do not see outside of, our concept. We do not see outside of our religious definitions. Okay. Oh, God is the creator of all things. Nothing just began on his own. Some would say, certainly there is someone that, originates all things, and basically we see life as, we see life in two aspects: as origin and as destiny. And so something is coming from a beginning and is going to an ending. All of that is still time related. Okay, it's still a concept of time, and we as human beings, we are very limited in terms of looking into that which is timeless. So if God began everything, what then began God? What is the beginning? If God created everything, what created God then? And so we can put up with the idea that God created everything, and everything is not really everything do not just result on their own, but we are comfortable with believing that God actually resulted on his own. You see, and that way of thinking is rooted in the very notion of separation, separating the creator from the creation. How about if we look at this, in a different way? Now, there was no being that came out from the sky and says, I am God, God. Okay, the very word God was coined by human beings to describe, the fundamental nature and expression of reality. Okay, the word G is generation. The word O is operation. The word D is destruction. And so all expressions of life can be captured within this code. And so the word God is a code. Same with the word Allah is a code. The word Quran is a code. Okay? Now, you must understand that. All right. And basically, what we know of God came from man. And this is a fact, all right, that you and I must begin to come to terms with. What we know, or what is known of God, came from man, all right? And so the idea of God is rooted in the mind of man, all right? Comes from the mind of man. Okay? And that's why when we talk about God, the God we talk about, is such that looks like us. Okay? It must not look like any other, expression of life in the universe. And that's why he's a gender being. What do I mean? We have to describe God as he. You see? Because not describing God as he will look completely abstract to us. And so we are seeing from the concept of ourselves, but we are just an aspect of reality. We are part of the whole beauty of life. And so, if we're going to adopt the word God, it would be beautiful to see it as the very life itself, to see it as the intelligence that is inherent in all things and as all things. It's not a separate being, but the very life itself. And so in this context, there is no separation between what is the creator and what is the creation. It is one whole organism. So the universe is one whole organism. And so when we talk about God, we are talking about the entirety of life itself. The entirety of life itself. We don't talk about something, a being that is separate, outside of creation, like some people, think, looking at his creation. That is a humanistic way of thinking, very limited, way of thinking. And I really want you to think about this. There is no separate God who created you. There is the God as you, expressing itself as you, that intelligence expressing itself as you. And so, let go of a separatist, idea of life, of the whole of existence. We are completely one, and that which makes us one, and that which makes us diverse within this oneness is all of God. So God is all. So next time you see your neighbor, you see that colleague, you come out in the midst of the trees to take some fresh air. It is God expressing itself, in the web of life.